Okay, so we were just talking with one of our web type moderation clients here, and you were saying, so you started 8-9 months ago, things are going really quickly.
Yes.
So
indeed.
tell us a bit about that.
Well, I started a basic WordPress site myself, just to blog.
Yeah, that took you about a day or two to get up, or a week or so?
Yeah, just a few days. I managed to figure it out myself because I'm very not IT, and but most of what I put out is through social media. But I found that I had so many people following me, and they were asking, did I do books? Am I doing events? And I didn't even have a website together properly at the time. So I've tried to create as much as I can for the demand that people are asking. But it's putting it all together, I think. It's I don't have I don't understand the flow of how to put the whole thing together to make it work.
Which is what we're now teaching you.
Yes.
So you finally found the secret web Tyrant map. So I guess my question is, I'm being called again from the people abroad. If you look at all the things you've done, okay, what was the biggest thing that made a difference to start off? So if you were going back now, right, reverse 9 months in time machine,
Yeah.
what would you tell yourself now you didn't know then? The things you've tried and done and learned and been through.
Probably to have spent more dedicated time just on getting the website ready.
Sort of the planning, preparation
Yeah.
stages, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Because once you start, you're out there. And then there's what happens to a launching, like, ah! But the other thing is, it's a live iterative process, right?
Yeah.
So don't beat yourself up, because in 8-9 months, you've got 3 books published.
Yes.
You've got people subscribed.
Yeah.
You've done 8 workshops.
Yeah.
You've grown a lot, experientially wise.
Yeah.
And you've got what's real, and that's great to do. Now, the challenge for many people, and I think for you as well, is this is what your income source, right? You're not having a job and doing this in parallel.
No.
And that's the big thing I was lucky about. I worked in banking and did this for 8 years. I planned a lot.
Wow.
Right? I didn't just go, wait, tomorrow morning. No, I was
Yeah.
sat there building up things, testing stuff while having a main income.
Yeah.
Now, the challenge you get there is you've got to leverage your time differently, but you learn about thinking smart.
Yes.
Now, you recently got web developers on board,
Yes.
and are they your partners? Are they outsourcers? How does that work?
No, they're just. I've mentored them through my course. While
It's like a favour almost
yeah,
then.
yeah.
Okay. That can be good and bad. As you found, they're good but not perfect.
Yeah.
Often in the web space, you want a website that's sexy, a shiny website.
Yeah.
The problem is that isn't what you want. You want one that actually gets converted to its
Yes.
job properly, and that's where learning to discern that's quite challenging. Once you've really seen the difference, and that's where the referrals that know and trust, like go and talk to so and so, is the best thing ever. That personal sense check.
Yeah.
So do check out what others say, and before you any money, go to what else is around. But be aware every other point of view isn't always accurate.
Yeah.
You're not going to do anything. But the fact you can install your own WordPress site gives you a unique aspect, right? Like I've got friends that make all the money online but can't even install WordPress. It's all done by other people.
Yeah.
But that's a different way of doing it. That's more at the billion level mindset rather than actually the millionaire mindset. Because fundamentally, it's good. I think it's good to know. But you don't have to. Everything you can outsource, but the stage of getting clear on what you want.
Yes.
And that vision piece. So, from what you've learned today with us, other things, what do you see the next 6 months? What's going to happen for you the next 6 months? What's happening? What's your focus? What are the takeaways? Do you want to share for yourself?
Well,
and others?
my desire would be to be able to build a team around me.
That's a really key thing.
Yeah, who could take care of the bits that I'm having to spend time doing now, which I shouldn't be doing, so that I can solely concentrate on the content and on the live events and on the communication and building this whole conversation with people, but doing it from a live perspective, because I'm doing a lot of it online and it's great, but I
need that interaction.
Desperately want to get out to people.
Have you seen meetups? Have you played with those at all?
I had a look at one, but it's again.
That's a no.
Yeah.
So meetups, but the kind of space you're in is a great way of doing that first interaction piece. In the model of Danke and others, there's about a free preview evening. So you can do like a little meetup once every 2 weeks, regularly getting into that every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And actually have that space. So one of the challenges on the online and offline world, things are one-offs. It comes, it goes away again. It's like, what happened there?
Yeah.
People often miss it. They're on holiday, they come back. And actually, when you're into every, the first Thursday of the month, there's a salsa evening, there's a new dance show, something happens, you can start to plan it.
Yes.
Now, I've actually got a 10-year schedule of our events on the web published already. Right, I'll show it to you. We've put online a 10-year schedule of what we're doing. Not every single little small thing, but our major big initiatives under a 10-year project we're running, which is a multi-billion-dollar turnover thing over the next 10 years, there is a schedule. So it's our June 21st event in London. It was a great success. And we go through and actually show them here. You can see June, September, December, March, June. There are dates published.
Wow.
Which means people can plan.
Yes.
Now, if you're telling them like last minute, they can't plan.
No.
But those are our dates. We've been clear about it to people. And some people love it, some forget about it. Now, you know this. People go, yeah, and then they remember the day beforehand. How many of you have bought Christmas presents already? Or your partner's birthday presents? We know it's coming, but we leave the last minute. But at least you put it in a chance to do that. So with what you're doing, if you're doing live events, having a regular or webinar and things that has that live aspect, you're doing again and again and again. So people building up helps make it consistent. And it gives you things to focus on. People do virtual tours and physical tours. You spending a few months driving around London or driving around the UK or Europe or Canada or America and going to speak to physically 10 different groups.
Yes.
So gone a slightly different direction here, but my friend in America talked about having A, B and C groups where you sort of form these little teams that all say, look, I'll do a little breakfast for you. They go and bring 5-10 people to breakfast and you've got a little mini seminar going on.
Yeah.
It's all for free. It just builds up that grassroots, builds up your team. Which you got to do. It's about that give and take.
Good idea, yeah.
Okay. Now, is there anything else you want to share that you go, if I was like they're listening in, starting out from scratch, they've got nothing done, right? What's your first tip for them?
Nothing done on the website or nothing done as
They've got
business?
nothing. They're starting from scratch completely.
I would say definitely find out information about websites, whether it's be watching tutorials on YouTube, or just having a look, just even going to a workshop, on how to do it. Because even if you're going to get to the point where you don't need to do it and you can pay other people to do it, you still need to know how these things work. More than anything, for me, it was starting on social media, is getting the communication going.
Yeah,
that was crucial. I was drawn to doing it because I love to communicate, but my whole following has come from that now, rather than advertising locally or anything like that. So but the website stuff is definitely, I think, going back rather than going to internet marketing events. I wish I'd gone to just a few workshops on
hands-on,
how
got
to
stuff
create.
done.
That would have been so much better.
It's funny because you're in the same country, same town as me almost, and just hadn't met me last year.
Yeah.
We ran a Web Tyrant workshop with him from Germany. People actually run major events now, came to our workshops, and literally in a day they leave with their Facebook account done, Twitter account done, their site installed, and they get the bit we'll touch on next, which is the customer avatar. Which I think maybe the customer avatar and archive, I think, going to open you up to what you've been really missing, because you've got the map down, you've seen that makes sense, it's obvious, right? It's common sense.
Yeah.
It's not like I meant the genius wheel, but the Web Tyrant map, I think, is the missing bit of going, that's what you're doing big picture, that's why you're doing it, and it alters that little flavour spin on why you're doing what you're doing. You're not just blogging for no reason, you've got a reason for doing it or a reason for Facebooking. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
They should go to which website do they want to look at for you?
For me, pathofthepeacefulwarrior.com.
That's pathofthepeacefulwarrior.com, and you'll see more about what she's up to with her events, her workshops, her trainers, and it's really quite exciting with the energy she's bringing to this and who she's coming on board with. So watch her. She'll be in the movies very soon. And with that, we're going to wrap up this call and go to a little secret call on the customer avatar and archetypes. Okay, thanks for listening, guys.